Hi guys, welcome back to Parrot Flock channel, and today we are gonna discuss all what you need for your bird. So obviously, first thing you will need for your bird is a cage, or you actually don't always have to buy a cage because some people just have their birds in a room, which is really great option because then they can have a lot of space for flying, playing, and just walking around. Me personally, I have a big aviary for them, which is kind of like a whole room for them, and I think it's much better than a cage. But for sure, if you don't have the option, you definitely can buy your bird a cage. Always make sure that the size is biggest as it can be. I know that bigger cages can be sometimes more expensive, but they are much better for your bird. So that's also a reason to actually think about if you actually really want to get a bird, because along with that comes a lot of other expensive things, not just buying a bird. Also, the cage bars should be safe for your bird. Make sure that your bird can't get stuck in there, or make sure that they are not too big, because for example budgies or other small parrots like parrotlets and also lovebirds can actually get out through smaller cage bars very quickly, and sometimes it can really cause a lot of issues. So always make sure that the cage is more vertically situated than horizontally, because birds don't fly horizontally, they actually fly vertically, and it's just gonna be much more space for them. Yes, cages can be expensive, but you can also make a cage by yourself, or you can just buy a cage that was already used, and that is actually a great option if you do not have that much money to spend on a cage for your bird. Next thing is for sure some accessories for your birds that you need to provide them with. So you definitely can't just have your bird in a cage that has no accessories in there. The most important thing to have in your bird's cage is definitely perch, or actually more perches. You definitely can't just have one perch. Always try to avoid plastic perches, double perches, and sand perches. Make sure that all perches that you are using are safe for your birds. Also, not all wood types are safe for your birds, so make sure to look out for some options that are good. Basically, most of the times the trees from some fruits are great, so you don't have to be worried about that most of the time. I found that cherries can be a little bit like not good for your bird, so I don't recommend cherry wood, but for example apple wood or some others I don't really know right now, but basically that's it. So next thing that you want to look out in perches is that they have to be thick enough, because your birds actually can have some feet problems if they don't have a variety of different perches. So always make sure to have thinner ones, thicker ones, and you can even have like just a few perches, and they can actually, when they're natural, have varieties of sit-in for your birds. So that is very important to make sure that your bird's feet are healthy, and that your bird is not actually just staying on one perch for a whole day. Also make sure to know where to put the perches. Don't put them like one above the other, because then actually they can poop on different perches or in their bowls, which is not really healthy. And it's much easier when you want to clean your bird's cage, just to make sure that the perches aren't like that, situated like that, because it just is much more work. Next thing are definitely toys, because birds in the captivity do not have that much things to do, but in the wild they will actually be busy for all day searching for food, flying around, shredding some wood, and that kind of stuff. So you really want to encourage these behaviors in your home when it comes to parrots, and you want to give them a lot of toys. For sure, don't overdose the cage with them, but make sure that you have at least few toys that your bird likes. Some birds may not even want to see a toy, and they may be afraid of it at first, because a lot of people do not use them, and I don't understand why. But they sometimes can be a little expensive too, because if you have a bigger bird, for example my mustache parakeet Charlie, he often destroys them very quickly. So that's why I also make my bird toys. I make them by myself, and it's really easy. It really depends on the species of parrot you have, because like Budgie wouldn't shred a wood up like a mustache parakeet or Indian ringneck, for example. And Indian ringneck may not be that interested in some paper. They will just shred it up in 5 seconds, and they're like, okay, what's next? So just make sure that you have toys that your birds really enjoy, and make sure that you change them once in a while, because it is also good to change things up a little bit to make them more entertaining for your birds. Next things that you also need to have in your bird cage are for sure bowls. Get the plastic bowls in the trash right now. They are very bad for your birds, because they hold, and the plastic holds so much bacteria in there, and it's just extremely hard to clean, especially if you have those like feeders that have just like a little opening. Make sure to have stainless steel bowls. I really love them. I wash them every day, and they just stay so clean, and my birds are so healthy since I started using these bowls. So really make sure to have them. Also, another thing that you must have in your bird's cage is definitely a cuddle bone or some sort of mineral block, because they are extremely important for your birds. Birds have feathers, as we all know. They also have beak, they also have skin that they need. All of these things, they need calcium for that. So, and they often have a lack of calcium because people just will give them seeds or pellets or both of those, or other different fruits that parrots can actually eat, but they are forgetting the most important thing to add in their diet, and that is calcium. So make sure to have something like that. Smaller birds may not chew the mineral blocks, so make sure to give them a cuddle bone. My birds absolutely love cuddle bones. They are going crazy for them, and when they don't have one, they often are just like their feathers look worse, and it's really visible. So make sure to provide them with this too, because it is very important. So that will be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope that I helped you with this theme. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me down below in the comment section, and see you in the next video. Bye!